Bitcoin and Ethereum, what's his next move? Let's find out in the charts right here, shall we? Oh man, my entry point is almost there. Bitcoin is ready to hit my entry point. We're gonna talk about whether or not I should stay here or should I move my entry point to a lower level or not. We're gonna talk about that and more in today's episode. So make sure you stay tuned. And also we're gonna talk about some amazing chart that you must see because hey, you know what? This might be the time for you to do some serious leverage long. Maybe not something like high leverage, but a leverage long and taking a little bit of a risk here, because this is a good chart to say, hey, I'm willing to take this risk. The Bitcoin's not gonna do this, but it's gonna do this. And we're gonna talk about what this is in today's episode. So thanks you for joining us, right? Make sure you watch all the way to the end, because you're gonna have some serious value out of today's episode, and you must not miss it. My name is DaVinci Jeremy. I'm here in Dubai. I used to live in Chile, and now I am enjoying myself here in Dubai. Oh man, today I've been hyped lately. I've been excited, ecstatic because of a lot of reasons. I mean, not only because of Bitcoin going up, but also I've been like moving in a positive direction along with Bitcoin. So I feel really hyped. And yeah, I as you know, some of you already know, I've gone through a lot of pain in the last little while, and now I've moved. I think I'm starting to move past it now. I'm definitely getting a lot better. So with that said, I'm doing this with a live audience right now, and they got some tremendous value before the show actually started. And if you want to get that same tremendous value, you need to subscribe to DavinciJ15.com. There's gonna be a discount, right, on the subscription. We're gonna discount it 50%, so it's gonna be back at these prices back there. So yeah, 50% off of the subscription. That's going to start sometime today, so look for that on my website. I'm going to talk about that a little bit more today. Actually today. Also, if you want to trade, because there's going to be a nice trade coming in for you guys, like for a low leverage trade, right, and a high leverage trade. So check that out. Make sure you head over to bybit.davincij15.com or femex.davincij15.com right now. Sign up, right? Because this trade is, you could do it with just a bonus off Femex and a Bybit. Femex is giving you 1,200, Bybit's giving you 1,600. You could use just that bonus for this trade and make easy money. So make sure that you do that. Remember, anything that I show you today is not financial advice. Please do your own research before putting any of your hard-earned money into the market. Okay, let's get on with it. Okay, so I'm looking at this and I'm seeing this thing is going to break down. I'm looking to see this might be the target here, because it likes to wick people out before it goes higher. I wouldn't be surprised if it wicks people out and then tries to go higher. The thing is, a back test of this level here of the 4,300 is not totally out of the cards. 4 hour, and you can see the 4 hour has gone up heavily stayed above the 13 MA, tested it, and then bounced off of it. Usually when it comes back, it has to break a little bit into the 13 AMA. I wouldn't be surprised if we go deep below the 13 AMA on the 4 hour. Looking at the indicators, let's bring up some of the indicators here. Oops, I need to switch gears. Hang on. And yeah, so looking at the indicators, you can see, is there any divergence coming in here? Not quite. Let's bring this up a little bit heavier. Yeah, there's no divergence here. So and then we're coming out of overbought situation. We're still in the stupid zone where we're like, okay, people are joining in a little late here and buying, but there's no indication that the market is going to roll over and stop its movement, its upward momentum. You can see on the histogram there is a definite what's it called, change in the what's it called, momentum, and you can see that we are there is a divergence here on the histogram, which indicates, hey, you know what, we could end up going lower. So if this thing breaks below here, if this histogram breaks below, this could mean a slight reversal of the pattern for time being. So I'm a little bit concerned there. I would like the RSI to confirm it as well, but we're in a bull market, so we could pretty much ignore it if it's not clear on both the RSI and the MACD. Going down the smaller time frames, right, and looking at Bitcoin here in the 5-minute, and on my more advanced charts, you could see there was a lot of pressure coming in on the 5-minute to push this thing down. We've come to a point where we've bounced off of some sort of support here. Unfortunately, we broke some levels here, so I wouldn't be surprised if this thing rolls over and goes after this lower point of almost $45,000. My only issue is, can it hold this Hail Mary? Can this Hail Mary hold? And let's just actually, you know what? We need to move this up to here since it's now invalidated. And if we really move this to this point, this is where we should be now at this point. You can see, oh, look at that. The 61.8 is at the same level. Wow. Wow. Okay. Alrighty then. I'm gonna hold my my entry level there. So because there's too many converging events there at that price, and I might reduce it a little bit, only so that I can add to it should it break down even further. But I'm gonna hold the line with my trade here, my open trade. Now, as for what should you do on a smaller leverage trade? Because why a smaller leverage trade? Well, the hash ribbon is very important. The hash ribbon flashes by very few times in the history of the hash ribbon, and when it does, more often than not, it means that there's a massive run coming. So it's worthwhile to take the risk on a small, low leverage trade to hold on for a little while on Bybit or Femex with a 3x leverage. And where would you could start? You could start here, right? If you want to, you could actually, because your leverage is on 3x, so you could start nibbling at the current price. So you could do something like, you know, one quarter of the total amount that you're willing to risk. So let's just say you want to do only 5% maximum loss. Should you're all the way towards liquidation. So let's just say you're going to do it towards liquidation, and it's 5% of your total portfolio inside your portfolio. So you go, you put in like maybe even 20%. Actually, let's make it simple. Just 20% of what you're going to totally invest in this particular trade. So that would be 1% in this case. So you'd put in 1% right here, right now, buy it 1%, and then you could add to it should it come to my entry level, which is at the 44,500-ish and $570-ish area. Put in another 1%. Should it come back further down to the 43, which is also a likely target, you put in another 1%. If it comes all the way, it chops all the way down to this 41,000 level, you put in, I think you put in the full 2% at that point, and let the rest ride. See where this thing takes you at a 3x leverage. And that's my recommendation here. You scale in because of this amazing chart, right? That you have to see, right? And it clearly states, hey, you know what? We're going higher. And so you might as well take a little bit of a risk here with a low leverage trade, right? Because now the Bitcoin price has to drop by 33%, right? In order for you to be liquidated. And that's just, from this point, it's unlikely. Possible, but just unlikely. Alrighty, so there you have it. That's your easy trade right now for you, if you're interested in taking a trade. It's a low risk trade, and you don't have to do it with a lot of money, right? Even you know, a few $100, a few $1,000, right? Just make sure you only do 5% of whatever you deposit. Whatever you deposit into the exchange is what you should do, because that's what you're willing to. That should be what you deposit into the exchange. Should be 5% of your total portfolio, the maximum. Whatever you've got to invest at the maximum, it should be, and then 5% of that should be risked at any one trade, and so that you will never actually lose your shirt or ever get wrecked, right? Because you know what, you want to play from a position of strength and not get wrecked, right? So don't do that. You want to stay in the pipe 5 by 5 and staying alive, right? So all right, with that said, right, remember, you can trade even on Binance and get a $710 bonus, and 25% off of your trades, right? By following my link and clicking my subscribe link, or Femex. You could do it on Coinbase, also Buddha if you're in South America, and also, hey, if you're in a zone that doesn't allow you to trade, you could use a NordVPN to help you get around that as well. And if you're not interested in trading, right, you could always just, you know, save your Bitcoins and use BlockFi to gain a small percentage interest. But remember, there is a risk involved, and please check out that information in the description below. I talk about what your risks are if you do deposit into BlockFi. Okay. Also, remember, if you purchase if you do any of my referrals, make sure you own some DJ15 tokens, because that's important. Why? Because whatever our profits are, right? I buy up 12.5% of my profits every quarter and burn them. And you can check that out, right? You can even check that out yourself by heading over to Etherscan, right, and find the DJ15 token. You'll see where's the major amount of holders. You can click on the holders section, and then you can see that it's actually burnt right there in the Etherscan. And you can see it's in a burnt address, and you see a lot of coins there. Okay. Let's head over to Ethereum. Ethereum, right, is deciding whether or not it wants to break higher or break lower, and it's really simple, right? You can see, right, we're creating a rising wedge here pattern, which is very bullish, right? But remember how Ethereum likes to do you, right? Look at this. We're inside this rising wedge. We're outside the rising, inside the rising wedge, and then we're outside, and then we're back inside. Now we're back outside, and yeah, you can see it can be very painful to trade Ethereum. Either way, but you can see that you could call this there's a little bit of a head and shoulders pattern here. Maybe this, you could call it that. And then, of course, this would be also a W-ish pattern here, right here. And let me just draw it out for you guys so you can see it. So each head and shoulders pattern also is a W pattern, every single one of them, right? So consider that as, and so the trajectory for your trade is the same as if it was a head and shoulders pattern, right? So whether you don't call this a head or shoulder pattern or you do, it's the same thing as a W. You can see that that's clearly there. And then you can see we could take this this pattern. Let's see here. Let's see. Let me hold down the control so that we can get to that price. And there we go. And then you can see if we do break out, right, the target would be, break out to the top, the target would be approximately $3,500 or $3,454. That would be our target for Ethereum. Alrighty, so but if we break down, right, we can see Ethereum, depending on how far we break down, we can see Ethereum all the way back at the $2,600 level before we see any kind of reversal pattern on Ethereum. Yeah, let's hope that doesn't happen. We'll have some resistance along the way, the 2,900 and the 2,850, but they might get broken down really fast. So look out for that. The Ethereum has gone too far, too fast, Looking at the indicators, right, you can see if there's any kind of divergence. You can see, yes, massive divergences. And you can see that Ethereum is, the indicators are moving down. The volume's going up at least, but the indicator is moving on a downward trajectory and not an upward. So that's not a positive sign. So you can see that the same with the MACD. We're moving on a downward slope. So don't be surprised if this thing breaks to the lower side than it does to the upper. But you never know, right? If we break this this trend here on the RSI to the upside, that could easily tell us that, hey, we're going forward, and that of course that would also mean this thing would be breaking higher. But keep in mind, this is a lagging indicator. So by the time this thing breaks higher, it will probably be way above here, and probably even it'll be too late to make a trade. So that's the problem with looking at these indicators. They're lagging indicators. And so they don't tell you beyond say giving you a warning, hey, slow your roll kind of warning. Slow your roll. That's all it does, right? It gives you like a warning that, hey, something might not be right. So keep that in mind. So that's all that it gives you right there. So alrighty, so that's Ethereum. Okay, let's head over to the dominance chart. Oh, thank goodness for Chef Boyardee. I don't know why I said that, but you can see it's heading downward. Thank goodness, because man, I was getting nervous whether or not we were gonna have a bull run in the cryptos. But you can see from the bubbles, man. Yes, we are. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different coins have like doubled in the value of Ethereum and priced in Bitcoin. So if you're not part of the DJ15 club, what are you waiting for? Because us ladiers here, we're getting paid, right? Join us. Come on down. You're going to be getting a discount to join us, right? And it's going to be a lot of fun, right? Oh man, we've redone the page, this website, so check it out. I had lots of fun with Chris and of Crypto at the yacht, and yeah, and also with Carl, right? Carl was there, and we had lots of fun. So hey, come on down and join us, because those guys are going to be probably joining us in my group sometime soon. So hey, why not join us? There's going to be a discount. We're going to cut the price in half, 50% off, to join us in the Telegram group, where you can actually start. You know what? We provide lots of value in the group, so that you could actually make the money back to start by joining our group, right? So come on down and join us. All right, thanks for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. It's been an awesome day, and every day is an awesome day, right? But I enjoy doing these broadcasts with you, and I hope you enjoy them too. Make sure you hit the like, the subscribe, the bell button, all. And yeah, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Remember, Bitcoin's real, Bitcoin's here to stay, and you need to be a part of it. Cheers.